Hey guys, it's Shannon from iHeart Radio Canada, here with the queen who needs no introduction, Jimbo.
Hey Shannon, hello iHeartRadio. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm so happy that you're here. I'm such a fan of yours. So this is a big moment, and you look fantastic.
Oh, you're so sweet. So do you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. How does it feel to be back in Canada?
It feels so good. I'm so glad to be home. I love the States and I love being on the road, but there's nothing like coming home and seeing all my friends and family.
Yeah, that's so nice. What do you do? Do you like make sure that you do anything anytime you come to Canada?
Well, try to stay awake, I guess. I'm working all the time. So
Yeah, and you've been on the road so much lately.
Yeah, I'm so lucky. I get to tour with the world, having the best time, slinging my baloney, shaking my titties.
Yeah, night after night.
Yeah, it's amazing.
How do you take care of yourself on the road when you're doing that just so often? Because that is such a, you need so much energy for those shows and everything.
I definitely had to quit drinking. I had to stop that long ago. So that's been a game changer. And I would say I sleep. I don't party like I used to, or like I thought when I, growing up and dreaming of, one day I'll be a rock star or whatever, touring. You think it's going to be all crazy late nights and everything, but really it's a lot of eating right and going to sleep.
Yeah. How has it been going doing the tour? Because I'm sure that you envision it in a certain way, and then it ends up playing out a different way.
It's beyond my wildest dreams. It's
really
amazing. Yeah, it's been an incredible reception from the audiences across the state so far, and the fans are happy, and people that came to the show that aren't fans of drag or didn't know what they were in for, they said that they just were blown away and just thought, what the hell did I just watch? Which is that's what I want people to leave feeling.
And get a baloney to the face. And
exactly.
They're like, what am I doing here? Yeah. That's so wild. How did you first envision the show when you were in the early stages of planning it? How did that all go?
Well, I knew I had to, it's this idea of a one queen show, so I knew I had to fill the entire time slot. And I'm a character queen. I love performing as different characters. I love changing my looks. So I decided to come up with the concept of the circus because I knew that it lent to a variety kind of act. And it also, everyone kind of has this sense of nostalgia and their own sort of ideas and visions about what a circus can be. And so it's kind of fun to turn that on its head and to show this sort of twisted, weird sort of Pee-wee's circus kind of thing.
Yeah. And then the challenges that come with putting on a one-woman show have got to be insane, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of work, writing all that material. I wrote all the show myself, and then I wrote the music with my friend Andrew Fields. He's actually from Toronto. So he and I wrote all the music, and that was really the most challenging part, I would say, is coming up with a whole original score for an entire show in a limited amount of time. But we killed it, and it all came really naturally, and it's all really fun.
Yeah, when you do something like win All-Stars or just have all these successful shows back to back, do you give yourself the credit that you deserve? Because not everyone can do that, obviously.
Thank you. I hear it from a lot of people, and so it definitely goes in. I have the great fortune of having wonderful meet and greets where at the start of my show, I get to meet about 150 people and I get to hear their experience of my art or of the show or how it impacts them. And it is just everything. It fills me up. So I love it.
Yeah. Your fans are so sweet too. And so dedicated to you and having your back and all of that. So that's got to be so nice to have that relationship.
It's everything. It's everything in the world.
Yeah. They're the reason that you get to do all the things.
Yeah. If it wasn't for them. And also, especially the clown. I'm a clown, and clowning is all about being in service to your audience. It's about being a conduit for an experience and really about being in service of your audience and make sure people are laughing or having a good time or having some feelings or experience, whatever they may be.
I'm so interested in the whole clowning everything. What would you say, what kind of advice would you give for someone who is wanting to take the first steps into getting into clowning?
I would say the first steps of getting into clowning are really being okay with being vulnerable, making weird choices. Clowning is all about going with your worst decision. A lot of people, when they think about performance or they think about getting out on stage, there's all this fear about, you have to have everything polished and it has to be really thought out ahead of time. And clowning sort of throws that all out the window, and it's you are enough as yourself. So come and be and share whatever's happening with you in that moment.
Right. Yeah. And like using the audience and everything.
Yeah, listen
too.
to the audience, and it's really, once you have an audience, you can do something as simple as blinking or, licking your lip, and all of a sudden it's quite funny. People are along for that ride with you.
Yeah. This might sound kind of like a broad question, but like, how did you then take what you'd learned from clowning to then integrate that into the characters that you do? Because I feel like it is a part of like all of it, right?
Yeah. That I'm a drag clown, so it's my drag is really focused about my audience and my fan base, and really about creating experiences and telling stories. And so drag and clowning kind of go hand in hand. I think a lot of drag queens don't even know that they're necessarily clowning when they're performing.
Yeah, totally. How has your life changed the most since winning All Stars?
I would say my life has changed the most because I have lots of money in the bank. I get to travel around the world to all kinds of countries that I, always dreamed of going to, and I get to meet an incredible group of friends and fans around the world. It's amazing to know that I can go to any country in the world and there are friends and fans waiting for me. So it's everything.
Yeah, and such a connector too.
So important. Yeah,
that's
it's
so
incredible.
Nice. That being said, too, like what advice or what tips would you give to somebody who wants to get into drag? And I know it's a difficult time right now with people, with there's being so much backlash and hate and all of that. So someone might feel a little fearful getting into it. Do you have any advice for your fans?
Well, I always tell people, when you're getting into drag, find that part about drag that really fills you up, because drag is exhausting, it's expensive, and it's hard. And so you have to find a way to extract something else out of it. And so that might be dancing. For me, it was costume design. I love creating. I love sewing. So I really fill myself up by creating new looks and sharing them with people.
Yeah. Your show, it's my special show. I love.
Thank you.
Do you have a dream guest that you would like want to collab with?
I would say my dream guest is probably Elvira, the Mistress of the Dark. She's a huge influence of mine, and I think she's just an absolute icon, so I would love to have her.
Yeah, totally. Well, congratulations on everything.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
And I hope you come see my show. Get
Of
your tickets.
course.
Dragfans.com, and I'll see you at my circus.
I want to baloney you right to the face.
Coming right up.